and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everybody for watching, and I'm going to take you through today a conditioning session with my client, plus I'm going to share with you the end of my 30-day mini cut. Now, I've got a lot more leaner, and I'm going to share with you what I've been doing and how I have been finding it. So stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe. For those of you who are new, hello, my name is Hales. Some of you know me as Hales Fit on Instagram. I'm an online fitness coach, and I'm going to be taking you through a couple of things, 30-day mini cut to get strong and shreddy and lean for summer. And I'm going to share with you what I've learned and how it's been going. Now, this conditioning circuit was actually a minute on, minute off. So you and your partner, 5 rounds, and we ended up doing shuttle runs, which were the sprints at the start. Then we did the hex bar deadlifts, burpee to pull-ups, which were these, and they absolutely killed us off. Then we did kettlebell swings, which you'll see here. We used actually a 20-kilo kettlebell, which was really savage on the grip. I felt like it was going to fly off. And then we went into doing ski erg. So pick your stations. It's just a really fun way of doing cardio. It gets you lean, it's really challenging, it gets your heart rate up, and it's way more fun, in my opinion, than doing like a Stairmaster or my style of training, which is a little bit more hybrid, as obviously I used to be an athlete, so that was the style that I enjoy. So give it a go, let me know how you get on, and I will see you soon when I share with you my updates. That was a really good sesh. So me and my client did kettlebell swings with a 20-kilo kettlebell, which was actually probably the most brutal exercise out of all of them. We did 5 rounds, so it took us about 45 minutes. And then we just did a little sprint on the ski erg to finish. So yeah, it was brutal. Like, I'm so sweaty. My hair actually got stuck in my armpit, so I had to put it up at the end because I was ski erging, and every time I was skiing, like, my hair was literally like yanking me and giving me whiplash. So update with how my fat loss strong and shred for summer is going. Now, obviously I set myself a goal of 30 days, and I'm going to go through and share with you sort of where I started and where I'm at now. So you can see the weight chart over the last 30 days, and I actually started out at, so exactly a month ago, what are we, 19th of July, so the 19th of June, I weighed in at 59.3 kilos. So that was, I guess, technically like where I started, although I was fluctuating between the high 58s and just went into the 59s literally this time last month. So I, today, as an example, am sitting at 56.5. So that is a little bit of a drop from where I was at before. So, and to be fair, I feel good. Like, I feel like it wasn't too much of a steep, obviously I've got like, what, 3 days left of my 30 days, so it wasn't, Miley's eating my keys. It wasn't too much of a steep or drastic change, and I've still felt like really good in my lifts. I felt super fit. I hit a running PB the other day. Like, I felt really good, and I think, like, because I made sure that I did it in a really, really, like, sustainable way, I now feel where I'm at a place now where I can maintain this, and I am not going to continue pushing through. Like, yes, I could lose more, I could get leaner. You have to, along your journey, get to a point where you don't just keep chasing that number. Like, I could keep chasing this number and go, right, I'm 56.5 kilos now. I've gone from 59 kilos. Let's see if I can get to 55, 54. Keep going, right? But there comes a time where you have to say to yourself, like, it's not the number on the scale that has made me feel any better. I could just be the same number and I would have still felt good, because I stuck to what I said I was going to do. I had the odd 1-2 off meal plans. I've got my mum's birthday tomorrow actually, so it's going to be an off-plan meal, which I'll probably insert here so you can see what I chose. And then realistically, like, the rest of the time I felt good for cutting down my sugar. I was in a habit before where my calories were a lot higher, and I was having, yeah, like a bit more chocolate, and got into the habit of having a little ice cream every night. And there's nothing wrong in that, there's nothing bad in that, but it was making me then crave sugar more and more. So the biggest change that I probably noticed is that I actually just crave sugar a lot less now. than I did maybe 3.5 weeks ago. Obviously, I've noticed I'm a lot more snatched at the waist. Thank you, Milo. I'm a lot more snatched at the waist. I've got a lot more, I guess, like definition in my arms, my shoulders, obviously, because you can't lose or spot reduce where you lose your body fat from. It just kind of comes off wherever, and my waist is down by 1 centimetre. So it doesn't sound like too drastic, and it's not. Like 4 weeks is a very short amount of time to get like significant mass progress, but it's been enough to the point where I haven't lost strength, and I've done it in a really slow, steady pace. I haven't just cut carbs. I haven't just put myself on a restrictive diet. Like, I've lived my life normally. They're just small things that you might not notice it. Like, I haven't noticed like a huge drastic change, but I have noticed that I've got a bit more, you know, definition in my arms, and they're starting to pop a bit more. Like, I haven't built muscle in 4 weeks. It's the muscle that I built prior to dieting that's now starting to show through and pop and, you know, give me that defined look. So this is the mistake women make, is they spend a lot of time dieting without having built the muscle first, and then when they uncover and strip away the body fat, they end up with the same physique, same shape, but just a smaller version. To be fair, I feel pretty sick after that session, so this is my little snack bowl to keep me going. Peanut butter, apple, pink lady. I put raspberries on here, honey, and strawberries. So yeah, 200 grams of Fage Greek yogurt. This is like a massive protein bowl. Every single year that goes by, the more weight training you can do, then the more obviously it's going to pop through your skin. So everybody has body fat on top of their muscle. So when you're thinking like, I want to be more toned, well, you can drop body fat. If you don't have the muscle built first, if you don't have the muscle behind it, you're never going to have like sculpted arms or defined legs, because there's no muscle behind that body fat. It's just, so that's the way to look at it. And I try to explain that to my clients, like, your physique that you have in your head of how your body's going to look, it's going to look that way, but maybe not for another like 6, 7, 8 months, because it takes time to build muscle. So realistic expectations of yourself when you're on this fitness journey is massively important. So if you understand more about your journey and the process, it becomes easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like maintain being pretty lean through summer, and then I'll just kind of like go into a bit of maintenance phase, which I'm going to head into next week. So I am going to maintain where I am at right now. I'm not going to go back to being, you know, in a bit of a surplus and building and growing. Like, I'm happy with my physique, I'm happy with the muscle built. I will continue to get stronger, and I probably will continue to build a bit of muscle, but not at such a fast rate, because I'm not in such a surplus like I was in, you know, a couple of months ago, or 8 months. For the whole 8 months I was building muscle at a quicker rate than I would be building muscle right now, because I'm in a deficit. So it's not that you can't build muscle in deficit, it's just that it's a lot quicker to build muscle in deficit when you give your body a calorie surplus. So I'm not going to give my body a calorie surplus, but I'm going to put my body in a range of maintenance where I'm still able to build. I'm not in a deficit and hungry and dropping in weight and dropping in size and muscle. Like, that's not what I want. I want to still be lean. I want to maintain where I'm at right now. That does mean I need to be careful about my approach and my exit from a diet, and you do too. And a lot of women will say, oh, I'm done now, I've lost the body fat. But most women, I think it's something crazy, like 85% of women that start a diet, they rebound and regain all their body fat again. Like, there is nothing more frustrating than working your socks off, losing the body fat, to then just, you know, go, I'm done now, and then go back to your old ways and old habits. Now, it's not that, you know, one salad makes you skinny and one burger makes you fat. Like, I haven't said no to these things, because in moderation, when you think about my whole 4 weeks, that's a very short amount of time that I've been like maybe out of my deficit for a day, you know. So it's not a case of trying to be perfect when you're in a fat loss journey, because you never will be. It's a case of having realistic expectations and compromising. And if you're willing to compromise and you're willing to be realistic with what it's going to take, then you'll get there.